So, I made a video about Fortnite YouTubers a while back, which, by the way, don't go watch that video, it's very bad. But I wasn't planning on making another video like this because I didn't see a need to, until something recent happened in the community involving the bigger YouTubers that made me want to make a video about this, come on and talk about this whole thing. It mainly comes down to the big content creators like CypherPK and CourageJD, and I'll talk about them eventually, but before we get into that... Okay guys, so here are the top 10 reasons why you should subscribe to Lil Smurf. See, that's me, that's the YouTube thing. Let's get into it. Okay, so number one, he is very cool. As you can see right here, like this is the literal embodiment of him. Like look at this, bro. He's very cool. He's also very funny. He will give you quite a bit of a chuckle most of the time. If we hit 10k subs by the end of 2025, I'll do an elbow reveal, which we are really close, by the way. So we should do that 100%. Quick subtle plug, use code LilSmurf in the Fortnite item shop for no reason in particular. Thank you. I love you guys. Yeah, that's really all I wanted to say. Okay, bye.
I'm a very spooky skeleton. No, I'm not. Candy for all the little children. Reptar, rapping as I'm giving out candy to trick-or-treaters. And synthetic costumes made of chocolate and friendship.
Before we get into the main thing that I want to talk about on here, I want to talk about the actual content that these creators make. I am not a fan. I am not a fan of it at all. And you can make the argument, oh, you're not the target demographic, which it's like, yeah, but even if I was a kid, I do not see myself enjoying it. It's so unbelievably overstimulating. They keep yelling at the camera. The colors are so oversaturated. Not to mention the fact that the content itself is just extremely repetitive. Their content mainly consists of showing off glitches and BR, news on BR, fashion shows, creative tournaments, etc., or those I snuck into XOXO's fashion show, they had no idea, and it's just so repetitive. And I can understand why they make this kind of content. You know, it does make a lot of money and it is targeted towards kids. And let's be honest, the majority of people who play Fortnite are kids. So they could make this content and I'd be like, okay, whatever. But the main problem is this is the stuff that's being pushed into the algorithm so much. Instead of channels that actually want to have serious discussions about the game, YouTube is pushing channels that only do the same content over and over again because it's the meta. And I'm telling you right now, there are so many channels out there that genuinely want to improve the game, and so they point out the flaws in Epic Games. The fact that OG returning might not be such a good idea. The fact that there is a huge bot problem inside of the game right now that should be addressed. And while we're on the topic of having serious conversations about the game, let's get into my next point.
See, Roger left me a note. Let's see. Bro, thanks for filling in for me. You're going to make a great Fall Guy.
So recently, a clip about Ninja, Dr. Lupo, CourageJD, and CypherPK has been going viral online because of something that happened on the stream. Ninja was talking to Dr. Lupo about how he just enjoyed OG more than Chapter 2 Remix, which, you know, is fair. And he points out why he doesn't like it. However, Courage just interrupts him as if he's not listening to Ninja, because he isn't. He's had him muted this whole time because, quote, he was in a good mood and didn't want to hear him complain. But Ninja wasn't exactly complaining, he was just saying that he had some issues with Remix, like the map being too big, so you can't find enough people to fight, leading to games feeling slow and boring, which is a valid criticism. However, Courage just said, no, you should just be blindly positive because this game doesn't have any issues right now. It's so amazing, I'm in such a good mood, I'm not here to hear you be negative. Which, like, Courage, come on, bro. Listen, it's fine if you enjoy the game. If you enjoy the game, that is amazing, and I'm so glad that you're able to enjoy the game, but don't immediately shut down someone's opinions because they don't agree with you and you're just being negative, as you said, because we can't have any negativity in this community. Listen, I'll be the first to admit that there is a lot of toxicity in this community. I would say that Fortnite is top 3 worst communities of all time. There is a lot of complaining in this community that isn't validated. However, Ninja's criticism was 100% validated. He was saying how reload solos need Siphon or some sort of way to get reboots back because otherwise the game just feels way too quick. And then he went on record to say that he still enjoys Fortnite, like he's having a fun time, but there's just some issues that need to be addressed. But even if he wasn't enjoying it, he still would have had a completely valid reason to not enjoy it. And these creators are shutting him down the second he even has an ounce of criticism to give to the game. But the thing is, Fortnite does not benefit from a creator being overly positive all the time. Think about this, right? You're Epic Games, you have a huge game that you want to make billions of dollars off of, but you need community feedback. So what better way to look at community feedback than the big YouTubers in the space? If those big YouTubers are just saying, hey, Epic Games, this game is absolutely amazing and it's just perfect the way it is, keep it up, that is not going to be a good mindset to have. Why would you just want to listen to a bunch of yes men when you could listen to people who have genuine criticism for the game that could actually help you better your game? Like Ninja. I can heavily respect Ninja, even if I'm not the biggest fan of his content. He's able to call out the flaws in Fortnite. He doesn't put on some overly positive mask for his YouTube videos and just like screaming at the camera, yelling, and is just overly positive about everything. He's able to call a season bad. He's able to call out a change and say it's bad. He's able to just say he's not going to play the game, even though he never really quits, he just keeps playing the game, but that's besides the point. Not to mention, Courage and Cypher are like 30. You can't handle someone saying something bad about the game you make videos on, like that's just crazy to me. I feel like you would want to be able to take criticism from this game to realize like, hey, I don't like this aspect about the game either. But no, since you want that Epic money, you immediately shut down on any criticism and you're just overly positive about everything. This whole situation is just insane to me, but I feel like there is a solution.
Are you a male or female?
Email.
An email.
Email.
I feel like the main solution is to call out these creators for their BS. These creators are so overly positive about the game, but if you look back at their channel's history, they're not actually that positive. Matter of fact, they've called out the game for issues in the past. Courage and Cypher both called out Fortnite for having too many bots in the game, but then they just stopped doing it all of a sudden and then went back to praising the game and even saying that AI was good for the game. They were clearly advocates for this, but then they just stopped. But why? Oh, because it probably didn't work, or they got some hush money from Epic Games, who knows? It feels like these creators just don't want to sit down and have a serious conversation about the state of the game. They don't want to talk about any issues they have with the game, and maybe they don't have any issues, who knows? But this is why I'm so glad that I'm seeing so many more commentary channels pop up, because these people genuinely want to have serious discussions about the game. There's so many creators out there like Leo, Clark, Caspi, Tricky. All of these people want to have genuine conversations about the game, and it makes Fortnite YouTube feel so refreshing. The problem is, right now, this niche is incredibly small. We aren't necessarily big enough in order to blow up and show that there's problems in this game. Sure, some of us may have had a viral video or two, but that's not really going to do anything amongst the slew of brain rot content that's being pushed in the feed. So, if I had to say the solution, I'd say support these commentary channels more and more. If you find someone who wants to have a genuine conversation about the game, subscribe to them, like their video, share so it gets further in the algorithm, comment, have a genuine discussion, join their Discord, do whatever you can to get them out there. Because one, they deserve it because they make quality content, and two, it's going to help Epic Games realize the problems within the community and what they can do to fix it. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Use code LilSmurf in the Fortnite item shop. With that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.